So project E is promising us that it's going to give us 500 million. So far, we've invested $150,000 in it, and they've been working on their project for 1 month. Okay, but how do we actually make a decision about whether project E is actually doing well? Well, we created a tool that we call the Innovation Project Scorecard. And what the Innovation Project Scorecard does is it allows us to assess the progress that an innovation team is actually making. So the first kind of 4 questions are really just sort of preamble questions about whether the strategic fit, whether it fits our corporate identity, whether there's leadership support, and what's the financial potential of the idea, right? It's kind of like a broad estimate, right? But the questions that really matter are questions around risk reduction. To what extent is the team in the work that they've been doing, to what extent are they on track to provide definitive answers with evidence to these questions? Have they found that their critical customer segments have the jobs and pains that are relevant to selling the value proposition? Has that team done that? Has that team found that the value proposition resonates with customer segments? Have they found the right channels to reach those customers? Have they built the right relationships with those customers in order to kind of earn from them? And what they need to be showing us is the evidence that they've done that. If they're not bringing evidence, we don't want to keep investing in those projects, right? So that's desirability. The next piece of evidence we want is feasibility. If we've got the right technologies and resources to drive this value proposition, do we have the right capabilities to create this value proposition? Have we found the right key partners to work with to deliver this value proposition to customers, right? All of these things matter, and we want evidence that this is something that we're capable of doing. And then the other one is viability. Do we have evidence that customers are willing to pay and how they'll pay, right? Do we know like our costs for creating and delivering this value proposition? That matters, okay? And then finally, we're talking about adaptability, which is about, even if we find all these really great things, can we scale this particular product or service, right? Is our project well positioned to succeed against competitors? What is the evidence we have for that? Is our project kind of taking, emerging market trends into account? What evidence do we have for that, right? Are we well positioned to sort of benefit from key technology trends? And then finally, are we positioned or adapted to emerging macroeconomic trends? So we can evaluate, it's a way for leaders to evaluate the progress that an innovation project is actually making. And with that, they're then able to make decisions.